Did you know that the United States has once again found itself at the center of a growing international crisis? As mass protests spread across Iran, voices of resistance grow louder in the streets. People demand change, risking everything to be heard. Amid this tension, former U.S. President Donald Trump issued a sharp warning to the Iranian regime. He publicly stated that if peaceful protesters are met with brutal force, the United States is ready to step in. His words instantly ignited global debate. Supporters see it as a message of protection and strength. Critics warn it could push the region closer to chaos. History shows that moments like these can change the fate of entire nations. One decision, one statement, one spark. And the world is watching closely to see what happens next. Imagine this: official government buildings, luxurious offices, grand meeting halls. At first glance, the country is run by the president, signing documents, appearing in public. But the real power is in the shadows. There sits a person who has never held an official position, never given public speeches, yet their words and orders are followed to the letter. They control all key decisions: the economy, foreign affairs, personnel changes. Every decree, every speech of the president, just a facade. This person decides who becomes the prime minister, who becomes a minister, and which laws are passed. They hide behind screens, advisors, and stacks of papers. You might never realize that the true ruler is not in the official documents. And even if someone tries to influence politics or disrupt plans, this person is always one step ahead. They rule like a shadow president, without media, without elections, without fanfare. The world sees one person, but the real power lies with someone else. And only a few chosen people know their true name. One button that could have destroyed America. Imagine a deep night, silence, and a single room filled with screens monitoring the sky. Suddenly, an alarm. The system detects nuclear missiles launched toward the United States. Red dots appear on the monitors. Minutes to impact. The procedure is simple: confirm the signal and press the button. That would mean an immediate response. Hundreds of missiles, millions of deaths, the end of the world as we know it. But one person hesitates. Something doesn't add up. The trajectory is too perfect. The signal is too clean. He breaks protocol, doesn't press the button, waits. And within a few minutes, it becomes clear. It was a system error, a false alarm, a training program mistaken for a real attack. The world was seconds away from nuclear war, and it wasn't weapons that saved it. It was a human decision, not to rush. The scientist's mistake that cost a life. Imagine a laboratory, lights flickering, machines humming quietly, test tubes and computer monitors scattered across the tables. A scientist is working on a new experiment, potentially revolutionary. Everything goes to plan until one small detail fails. A wrong setting, an extra parameter, and the chemical reaction begins to spiral out of control. Pressure builds in the room, gases mix, and the smell of danger fills the air. Colleagues step back to a safe distance, hearts racing faster and faster. Then the inevitable happens: an explosion, flames, shards flying everywhere. The scientist monitoring the experiment doesn't manage to escape. A small mistake costs a life and reminds everyone that science without caution can be deadly. This experiment went down in history as a warning. Even the smartest mind is not immune to chance, and the memory of it lives on in every lab protocol, reminding us that knowledge is power, But a mistake can cost the most precious thing,